Hello, everyone. This is Brandon with Implementation Specialists. Thank you for joining our webinar here today. We have a special guest presenter, Will from Greenshades. They are absolutely one of our favorite partners, and they will also be a returning sponsor at our upcoming GPUC event next week in beautiful Fargo. Before I hand it over to Will, I just want to let you know that today's webinar is being recorded. So you will get a copy of this later today or tomorrow. Please feel free to share with others with your team on who you may feel may find it beneficial. We will also be monitoring the question pane, so please you can put your questions in there. And we will have time at the end to take everyone off mute where you can ask your questions that way. So I know Will they want to share some information on their new onboarding product. And so I'm going to hand it over to you, Will, where you can dive deeper into it.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I appreciate the intro there, Brandon. So as you gave that great intro, my name is Will. I'm with Greenshades Software. And today I'm going to be kind of presenting our brand new onboarding solution. And as Brandon noted, PDF of the slide, the recording, everything will be available to you. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer them towards the end. Just a little background information here about Greenshades. We're partnered here with the Implementation Specialist. We've been in the GP channel for over 20 years. You can see this great picture from our Christmas party. We are Greenshades. So we're really payroll experts and problem solvers. We want to make life easier for the good people of payroll and HR. So we've developed solutions just to do that. So we have two primary focuses, compliance. So we help with the electronic filing of payroll taxes, as well as 1099s, affordable tracking, sick leave management, 401k reporting. If you pay employees, we can certainly help you out. And then we also have our own employee self-service portal. So we do things like put pay stubs, tax forms online, human resource document management, benefit enrollment, state W-4s, and our brand new onboarding module, which I'll be running through today. And the presenter is me. I've been with Greenshades coming up 2 years, the end of this month. I'm the account executive for implementation specialists, so I'm pretty much in charge of making sure all of their clients are happy and leading their new prospects over to our side. And what I'm showing today is our new onboard module. So I'm trying to get you on board with onboarding. Yep. So why onboarding? It is our most requested, product that people have been wanting for years. And it really ties in well with what we're already doing. So we are already doing services that incorporate it in the onboarding process, like direct deposit setup, human resource document management, I-9s, W-4s. We've combined it into a more streamlined function for new hires, a little easier way for them to complete the process, and we've added some additional functionality of how that information is going into GP, and the things we are able to do. So one of the add-ons here that we have done, we used to only do federal W-4s, but we now have completed all state W-4s, and they are now available for employees to fill out. So new hires require a lot of paperwork, and here being Greenshades, we're a green company, and we want to kind of reduce that paperwork. So we want to make everything electronically, everything easily accessible to employees and administrators. So no longer do you have to, sit down, have a new hire fill out a 15, 20-page packet. They can do everything on our site in a very efficient manner. So how can this module help you? It can help you in a lot of ways. Number one, we're eliminating, the need for paper. Everything's streamlined, everything's accessible online. And we're putting the power into the employees' hands, for them to complete the process, and they don't have to bother you, so you can focus on things that are important to you. So, onboarding isn't the same for all employees. You have different employee classes, departments, locations. You have these different onboarding processes for different employee segments. So with our onboarding module, you are able to create as many customized workflows as you would like. That way, when you get a hire that fits into that workflow, you have everything set up and you can send them our link and they're good to go. So the nice thing about our onboarding is it's ready to you whenever you're ready. So typically, employees, they'll fill it out or once that decision is being made, they're able to fill it out before their first day, or when they get to work, you're able to, sit them down at a manager's computer and do our onboarding process. So another benefit of our onboarding module is that we now create the employee ID card in GP. So you're not having to do that manually. Employees fill out all their information on our site, you're able to approve it, and it's able to flow seamlessly into Great Plains. So there's not double entries going on. Your employees don't have to enter information all over the place. They enter it in one centralized place, which is our website, and then you're able to easily approve everything and review it yourself and have it flow into Great Plains. So no more duplication of internal processes. And now, since this is a very quick, easy thing to show, I'm just going to run through a live demo to give everyone a visual. So for those of you that are familiar with Greenshades already, this may look familiar. I'm on the Greenshades Online Administrator page. We have a new section for onboarding. And I guess I could mention our security feature. If you in activity after a while, you do get timed out. So Greenshades Online Administrator page, I'm over here in the settings section where we have employee services and our brand new onboarding. So what you're gonna do here is create those customized workflows. You can see I have a lot already set up and you are able to create as many customized workflows as you need. So you're going to name your workflow, and that will then in turn create the URL that you're able to email out to new hires or have it ready for managers. So when they have that person coming in the first day, they can pop up the site that needs to go to, and they can get the process started. Now, I had mentioned that we create the employee ID card in Great Plains, so you don't have to do it yourself. And we're able to put these default values on that employee ID card. So when you're creating the workflow here, you can assign these default values. So, if you use position, location, department, class, you can attach a pay code, put in their pay rate. You can have this information set up. So if it's one, blanket workflow that works for your employees, you're able to pre-populate the information here. But we also know that not all employees may have the same info. So when an employee actually does send back their onboarding request to you, you are able to customize this information again, just for that individual employee. And when you do approve the onboarding workflow, we'll downsync the information into GP for you with all this relevant information. Past that is where you can kind of get creative. So this is where you can add the multiple steps to the onboarding. So the first two steps are static, basic employee information and notifications. So basic employee information, just that, their name, date of birth, social, and then notifications are how they want to be notified of things on our portal. For instance, when they get a new pay stub or tax form, or maybe their time off request has been approved, they can get notifications outside of our system, so they can set up email notifications and gather that information that way. After that is where you're kind of free as administrator to play around with it. So you can see here different options we have. So maybe you want them to set up their I-9, then move into direct deposits, fill out those W-4s, and then those custom HR documents. So you're able to upload as many custom HR documents as you want to. You can search for them here and put them in the necessary step. Once you've completed these steps, you'll save that workflow and it will create that shareable URL. And I'll show you what the employee sees. So when the employee gets here, it will pull up the homepage of your website. So of course, it'll say your company name. You're able to adjust your own logo theme as well as a color scheme. Right away, we present them to create their account with us just because it's easy, it's in front of them, and they're not coming back to you after like, hey, where do I go? Where do I gather this information? You know, it's right here for them, but they can skip the account creation, which is what I'll do today. So that first step here is that basic employee information, name, date of birth, social. Let's just say I was born today. Happy birthday, me. Here is our notification section. You can require that they put in an email address. You can even require it to have certain domains. So if you have a corporate email address and you've set them up with that, you require that's the information they put here. Here we'll have their address populated from when they first filled it out. They can also attach a personal phone number and email. And then we'll run this address against the US Postal Service database. So if anything comes back as incorrect, we'll show some suggested usage they can use. Here we get into our direct deposit setup. So employees can add as many accounts as they would like. We do the verification of the routing number, so we'll let you know. And then when they send it back to you and you approve it, you can set it up to be pre-noted. You can see here, they can specify what type of account and then whether it be dollar amount, certain percentage, or possibly the remainder, they'll specify in each account here. We can also require that they upload an image of a voided out check. So they can take a picture with their phone, email it to themselves, save it to their computer, and upload that image here if they'd like, or if you'd like to require it. That way, when they submit it, you can verify that the information up here matches to what they have on their check. Here is our W-4s. So we used to do federal W-4s, but now we offer state W-4s as well. And we have completed all state W-4s, so they are now available. We have a step-by-step wizard that asks the employee how it should be filled out, or we can just pull up the actual form itself and let the employee fill it out here, which is what I'll do today. Here's some checkboxes, asking them to verify everything is correct, as well as capturing their electronic signature. If there's any state W-4s based on their work location, we'll present that information here. Next, we're moving on to our I-9 form, and it is available in English and Spanish. So it'll be pre-populated with all the information. Your employee is already entered, but once again, we give them a place to edit it. Now you'll still have to collect, the document information and see that in person, but our I-9 module has a place to enter that on the administrator side. That way you're able to send it off our site for e-verification. So we do have you covered. And then next we're moving on to these custom HR documents, which you're able to upload any sort of PDF, company policies, handbooks. You can put in your family recipe. If you could turn that form into a PDF, then you can upload it here. We can capture their electronic signature. And then for certain things, we can pull out key fields and have them enter in the information here. So once they've completed the onboarding process, they will assign and submit it. Once it's gone through that, you'll be notified as an administrator that a new onboarding request has been completed for you to verify. So I'm back over here on the Greenshades Online Administrator page. Oops, slow internet day. So down here to our onboarding tab, you'll see a little nice red notification, and administrators can also sign up for email notifications as well. You'll see we'll have the onboarding request. You'll then be able to view that individual employee. Here's where you can key in that employee ID number. So this will be the ID used to create the employee ID card in Great Plains. I told you you can have these employee details pre-populated when you create the workflow, but we give you another chance here just to edit down for that individual employee. Because possibly employee X is making a little bit more than employee Y, so you're able to adjust your pay rate or put over information that may be different than the rest of the employees on that workflow. Once you're done here and you hit approve, what you're approving is basically the creation of the employee ID card with all of this relevant information that you filled out. Now, things like direct deposit, W-4, custom HR documents, those will then all flow over to the different admin tabs here. Then you'll have to review them again. And as you review and approve, we'll be down syncing information back into GP. So, we'll set up their direct deposit account for them, make sure the correct W-4 allowances are put on. We host all HR documents, so they live forever on our site, and you have easy access to download PDF batches yourself whenever you'd like to. So as you can see, it's a very quick, efficient process, way to onboard your employees without you having to touch much. This may look familiar to you, creation of the employee card in GP, but hopefully that will be a thing of the past because we'll be handling everything for you. So this is we unleashed the module in June. So, it's kind of a bare minimum release. We just wanted to get it out there to address some of the pain points for some of our customers, but for years to come, we will be updating it. Some of the things we've done so far is when you put that employee class and we sync it into Great Plains, it will read all the attributes attached to that employee class. So we'll respect, the logic there. We'll be making sure the correct pseudostate is being applied to them, and hopefully have even better improvements for years to come. So what do you need to do to get started? You need to reach out to implementation specialist or us, so set up a private demo conversation, go over pricing. I will always be available to do that. And as Brandon said, I'll be there actually next week in Fargo. So for any of you watching this before then, stop by our booth, say hi. I'd love to go over things with you. There is a prerequisite to the onboarding, and that is for our employee portal. We have our core package, the payroll package. We put pay stubs, tax forms online, direct deposit setup, as well as a human resource profile change module. And things included in the onboarding module are the I-9, the human resource documents, federal and state W-4s, as well as the actual onboarding feature itself. Any of you looking for pricing, our employee portal split into 3 different bundles. So we have our payroll package, which is core. Then we have the onboarding, and we have an enhanced HR value package past that. You can see the first 2 are $8 per employee, and our renewal rate is 50%. So you're only paying half that for employees moving forward. And now I would like to open it up to questions. I don't see anything typed, so I'll give everybody just a brief moment if they'd like to, come on live and ask anything.
Yeah, I did get a couple that were chatted to me, Will.
Okay.
But I think you ended up addressing them. The first that came in was, does this integrate with GP? The answer is yes.
Yep, absolutely.
And then the other was, when is it available?
So yeah, we released it in June. Most of the services, W-4s, I-9, HR documents, we've been doing those for years. So we've already had that up. We just combined it in a new manner. with the added functionality of creating employee ID cards. So it is live. We have a lot of clients on it who are loving it. So it is ready whenever you are ready.
Excellent. Thanks for confirming.
Mhm.
I also, just so everyone knows, I have taken everyone off of mute. So if you did have any questions, feel free to ask them now. So, okay, well, good. As Will mentioned as well, he is going to be here in Fargo at our GPUC event next week. So if you do have any questions, be sure to talk to myself there or Will there, and we'll make sure to address them, or reach out if you have any other questions. So, oh, do you have a couple more things you wanted to
Uh,
cover, Will?
Yep, nothing much to cover. Like you said, I'll be there next week, so I'm happy to talk through anything. If there are any questions, if you'd like to check out our website, we have a nice blog here. We're constantly updating, not just our product, just things going on in the world of payroll and HR and tax compliance. So if you ever need any information, it's a good place to check out, see what's going on in the community. So here's a link here. Like I said at the beginning, all these slides and recording will be available upon request. And then if you'd like to contact us, just sales@greenshades.com. Any existing clients, whoever need any support help, support@greenshades.com. We'll be here for you. So that is all I have to cover. And I'd just like to say, I look forward to being in Fargo again and meeting with everyone.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Will. We appreciate you talking more about your onboarding product. Yeah, so if people do think of questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and we will talk to everyone later.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you for attending, and thank you for watching if you're doing this in the future. Bye.